Hey, Stubb, Elvis. I just left a voicemail earlier. Please disregard that one.
Wow, people are doing that.
Anyways,
love doing
long time, first time, love the show. Calling in for a little bit of advice because I am a reformed incel.
Hell yeah.
I've been married
the applause.
to my wifey for 6 years. Great sex life. She's the best. Kind of the one who pulled me out of incelhood.
Good for you, man.
She's gobbling my cock.
down a
Are women people?
Hey, this is pretty nice.
Maybe I've been too hard on these bitches.
Maybe I'm too hard on this type of person. What they're doing now feels kind of awesome. And that actually is...
Does this make me gay?
Yeah.
Damn
Is
it.
the fact that I'm respecting a woman because she gave me pussy make me gay?
Yeah.
You know, that is kind of how society works. It's like you get annoyed by women, then you fuck. You're like, you know what? Women actually are awesome. It's like that's the way anything works.
They're
It's
so
like,
soft.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what he's got.
Was headed down a dark tunnel. So props to her.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Anyways, life is great. I've been away from
Pause this
that
again.
area
We need to
full-
get this guy to be doing. I swear to God, we need to have an in-person. Like we need to have like incel conversion therapy.
Oh my
the
God,
way they
amazing.
had gay conversion therapy.
Yes.
And we need to just get a camp. Get like, oh dude,
Right.
this would go
Oh my
crazy.
God.
If we got like 10 of the incels that have called into the program and did a reality show.
Oh my
Where we go
God.
to a camp and we just, by the way, buy sex workers. Like we just hire a bunch of awesome sex workers. We have them like train how to talk to women. We have them like, we queer eye them or we fat eye them. Fat eye for the incel. It needs a little work, but if that would be incredible.
That's
if we got
great.
10 incels and we had this guy
But
come.
really, they really are incels.
Yeah,
Yes.
look, I get, of course. They're out there. Again, me and Eldis are reformed incels. We didn't get pussy when we were teenagers. You know what I mean? Like that form.
Is that what an incel is? Just somebody to get pussy?
Involuntarily celibate is what it means.
Oh, I never realized
the
that.
whole- yeah,
I just
yeah.
thought it was like right wing trolls.
No. Incel started from
Oh.
purely, the definition is involuntarily celibate.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that.
Yeah. There you go. Everybody's learning.
Did everyone know that but me?
I think so. A lot. Not everyone, but a lot of
Dang
people.
it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not on my phone.
Yeah, you're not online. You're unplugged. You're fucking. You're out there fucking.
Okay,
putting okra for the season.
I get it now. Okay.
Okay, let's see what else he's got, Eldis.
that area for over 6-7 years now.
been
And
incel
just kind of
clean.
recently identified a part in my life where I think it's still affecting me in some of my relationships, particularly just with women who are my friends. I have caught myself being kind of cold or borderline sometimes rude to my female friends because I am kind of scared of coming off as flirty or interested or approach, coming after
Sure.
my female friends in some kind of romantic way. I've never had an instance where that has happened and someone's called me out, either my wife or any of my friends. It's more of just, I guess, recently as I thought about this, I think some kind of incel naivety or insecurity of just,
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know,
once
I
you're
have that fear.
married, that's the best
And so I
time to
would-
flirt.
Of course, yeah, and cheat too, and you
Yeah,
can
I
fuck,
mean-
and then maybe you could. Now you're
Well,
really
you-
not an
if you-
incel.
If you don't want to cheat, you
No,
can always
no.
be like, I'm married.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a joke, but it is kind of true in terms of like when you're in a relationship and you truly don't want to cheat and you're just being yourself because you're happy.
Yes, and you're
because you're with
silly and-
someone who
Yes.
has lifted you up. You do attract more people then.
Yes.
Because you're just happier and better and everything. But
And flirting a lot of times is just having a great
a fun
conversation with someone.
Yes. It doesn't have to be. Now,
Sexual.
it doesn't have to be. Yes. But do you have more? Okay.
rather just be borderline rude to these people so that there is no fear of that, but rather, be friends with women and be myself around them. So would love your take on that, especially with
This is good.
all the friendships you've developed and as you've kind of gone through that process yourself. Anyways,
Yes, thank you. As a
would really
reformed
appreciate your take on
incel.
this. Love the show, and thank you.
Well, I guess I need a clarifier on what the
Sure.
problem actually is.
The problem is, so he's saying he's great. He's been delivered out of incelhood.
Right.
He's in a nice committed relationship. Now he finds himself sort of, maybe even subconsciously on some level, being colder and less friendly to women, friends, and like associates, because he doesn't, and he thinks it's like vestigial, like he doesn't want to be seen as flirting or crossing a boundary.
Right.
He still sees his relationship to women is still like wrapped up in him shame and embarrassment. Now, instead of getting rejected, and on some level, still getting rejected. Right. Now it's just the opposite, where it's like now women are going to demonize him for trying to fuck them or like trying to be inappropriate or whatever.
Right.
Whereas before he was scared of getting rejected by women. Now he's scared of being made out to be a predator or whatever. And I would say first and foremost, if I were you, everything I know about you, buddy, you being too dastardly charming to a woman would not be at the top of my worries. Them thinking you're behaving, them perceiving you as Antonio Banderas in his prime is not something I would be worried about. Number
also,
one.
like complimenting women has gotten such a weird thing recently. You can totally compliment women. It doesn't have to be sexual. You don't just say like her boobs.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
You look nice. Cool
You
jacket.
look nice.
Cool
I
jacket.
like
Which you do have a cool jacket.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
And cool pants. Yeah.
Something with, you do something different with your hair. That's fine. People are like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't even say something nice about her shoes. Is like such a weird thing.
But also it's like,
but
dude,
it doesn't have to be sexual.
and I would say you are in a good, like you clearly love your wife. You owe her
Yes,
everything.
right,
You know,
right.
you could be fucking, you'd have a dark fucking life if it's not for this woman. You don't want to cheat. I think this is a really good opportunity for you to this is a great learning opportunity where you're like, you don't, because you want to fuck your female coworkers the same amount you want to fuck your male coworkers now. Zero.
Right.
Because you don't want to, sleep
You don't
with
want to
them.
wreck your relationship.
So I think this is freeing. You should be able to. And how do you do it? Like basically his question is essentially, how do I just have better female friendships?
well, I think like it's just like being curious about other people.
That's it.
Is just when, like I said before, like when people are nice, not nice isn't even the right word because I don't like nice that much. But like when
Inquisitive, taking interest.
Yes. It's like it
Truly
makes
see
life
you.
so much better.
Yeah, spend a little bit of their time seeing you. And I think that's a good way to look at it. You have only looked at relationships with women as a like how
a
can I
means to an end.
How can I win her over? How can that
Yes.
energy? You've never expounded energy. Expounded?
Yeah, I think
is
that's
that
right.
right? You've never used energy for the purpose of getting non-sexual intimacy with a woman. Now
Right.
you can still, it's social, you're still using part of your social battery, but it's just the means are different. The end is much different. Now you want to form a real friendship. So just I think he doesn't realize that taking an interest in a woman is not cheating on his wife.
Right.
Being like, oh, well,
It's
how was
just
your weekend?
Taking
What do
an
you
interest
think
in
about this?
people.
It's just, yes.
and learning more about how women think will help you in your relationship with your wife.
Totally.
and blah,
And
blah,
in your job and in just being so I think that's it's as simple as that. Understanding, and I think he kind of does understand his own psychology
Yes,
pretty well.
right.
Where it's like, yes, that's a stupid vestigial way of thinking where you can't put real energy into talking to a woman for fear of getting rejected or fear of now being outed as like a sexual harasser or slash
I
wannabe
think that
cheater.
would be. I think that's a thing that men. I don't know if they do. Maybe he does, but like, if I was a man, that's what I would be worried about.
Yeah, and look, whatever. It's like, sure, but again, I don't think this guy. I think you greatly overestimate the amount these women think you're trying to fuck them.
Yes, right,
They probably
right.
think you're their nice but weird coworker.
Right.
And by the way, making friends, it's pretty simple. It hasn't gotten that crazy since being a little kid. Be nice to people.
Yes, right.
Fucking bring in bro. You bring cupcakes or donuts, or you're just saying you just come in one day. You're like, my wife baked cookies for the whole office. You do simple shit like that once a month, and ask your female coworkers how their fucking weekend was.
Right.
And by the way, go to the movies with a group of friends, a group of like coworkers. Just do some shit like that. You're fine. you just need to understand that it is not, you are not being lecherous by taking a real interest in your female friends. And I think for me, and if he asks, he says, well, we've dealt with it. And for my reality, the true answer for me is just like purely getting out of that mindset of only seeing your relationship to women as sexual.
Right.
That was it. Where I was like, or what happened to me is like, I moved here and I like, you're so lonely, and that you like a couple people like are nice to you, and you're like, and if a woman is nice to you when you're like sad, you're like, I love her.
Yeah.
And then you talk to her, or you even say how you feel, and you're like, wait, I wasn't in love with that girl.
Yeah,
She was just a nice person.
Right.
And it literally, like, for me, there was a moment where I was like, oh, I just was good friends with her.
Yeah.
And it really was this thing where it took me to be like 24, 25 to be like,
to separate
obviously-
those feelings.
Obviously, I had like friends who I had close female friends who I like grew up with, who it was almost like we became friends. We were children.
Right.
So it's almost like you're grandfathered in at a simpler time
Yes,
where you
yes.
don't even consider them like a
Yes.
sexual entity. 'Cause
Right.
when we're
I
growing,
kissed one of those guys one time,
Yeah.
and it was so gross.
totally. And
I ran home. I was like,
yeah. And I have like, one of my best friends is like that. But for me to truly kind of break the incel in my mind, it took me till I was like, in my mid 20s, which is like, it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but that's how
when you say to break that incel frame of mind, like that talking to every woman is
just to like
trying to find out if you got an in or not.
Yeah. That even when you were just kind of friendly talking to someone, in the back of your head, you're like, can I fuck her?
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like,
but I
it's
do
like,
think that, like, I think that about men.
there's a very small part of you it's almost like evolutionary.
Yes,
But I
yes.
mean, like, this was more of that. It was
Right,
like
this is more of
the second I would hit it off with someone as a friend who by the way, I didn't even really want to. It was just getting positive
Right.
attention from a woman.
Right.
I felt like, I have to immediately convert this into
supposed to-
sexual
yes,
currency because
yes,
that's what
yes.
women are.
Yes,
It's like that's
yes.
their value
Yes.
is to allow me opportunities to fuck.
Right.
And then it took me like to actually come here, really switching up my shit up, coming to New York, rethinking everything, and just meeting a ton of people where you realize like, oh, I do just like being around them. And it's just like, you just have to let go of that shit. And it's very simple though, because once you do it, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. This is better. This is fun. And
now you can actually determine who you might like,
totally.
as
And
opposed
then-
to just taking whatever you think might be
Yeah.
crumbs given to you.
And then it gets to be fun because now you get to be misogynist with women. You get to trash other women with women, and you're not even misogynist. It's a loophole.
Yeah,
you're
right.
not. Now
You're being supportive to at least one woman.
Yeah. Oh, when you start gossiping about some dumb
Oh
bitch
my
you hate
God.
with your girlfriends.
Oh my
That's the
God.
best. Eldest
So
doesn't
mean.
have that level of malice in his heart. He doesn't want to destroy anyone the way some of my female friends
my
want
God.
to destroy their
Well,
enemies.
the difference of like men will destroy other men by just like some facts, or like he doesn't make any money or nobody comes to his shows or whatever. But women get into the character of someone
Yeah,
deep in
totally.
there. We'll take apart their traumas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, their brother
And then
died when they were 5. Get over it. It's like.
And then when you
whoa.
throw gay guys into the mix too,
Oh my God, they're
it's awesome.
they have the ruthlessness.
It's both.
Yes.
It's like male domination
Yes.
and the ruthless cattiness of women.
Yes.
They're like the
I know.
meanest gay guy's the meanest person on earth.
Yes, absolutely. And
Although
also,
it's probably I don't know. Now I was thinking about it. I think my next initiative is like really expand the lesbian friendship tent. Because
yeah.
I got girls, I got gay guys, but I'm like, I feel like I'm sorely lacking on lesbians. And I would just say in general, making friends with people that you connect with but have different life experiences makes your life so much richer.
It's absolutely
and
the
you
truth.
find out about shit. You watch So I Marry, or you watch what's the fucking Natasha Lyonne cheerleader movie? But I'm a cheerleader.
Oh, right.
You watch that movie because gay guys
Right.
tell you about it. And it's
Right,
great.
right,
You know what I mean? It's like
right.
you just enrich yourself, and so I think you're
this
in the right
problem
path.
with the algorithm too, is that it just keeps
It
it's
just
a feedback loop.
reinforces.
So you never. It's like you have to actually go out,
Yeah.
meet people. Like you don't even know. I always think this about growing up poor is I didn't even know what to hope for in richness, like
Yeah.
in
Oh,
wealth.
yeah.
Like I
Totally.
didn't know what was available.
I talk about that too, where it's like it's like when you, like what happened to me when I first got money, real money, I was like, I got fat as fuck because I just started doing drugs and eating like steaks
Right,
every
because you're
day.
like, I can do whatever I want.
It was the first time I
Yes.
could ever I could have a ribeye every day.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't affect me financially. It was the
That's
first.
hilarious.
And I straight up did that a lot. I ate like, there was a tour where I was eating.
You're like a king.
It was crazy. I was truly eating like a king, and I was like taking pills and edibles, and just like, it was awesome. And by the way, I loved it, but
Right.
it almost killed me.
Right.
But you're good in that, like, yes, you're leaving the spiritual poverty of inceldom, and
Yes.
now you have the splendors of being friends with
Right.
women and
Right.
you know a bunch of other people.
Now you
And-
can experience life.
yeah. And you know this. And by the way, I would also say this guy's married, whatever. The other thing to realize for former incels is like, if you start treating women like people and form real bonds with women, guess what? They have female friends who they will set you up
Right,
with.
right.
And that's the easiest dating you'll ever do in your
Right,
life.
right.
When a girl vouches for you to another girl,
Yes.
you just have to not say the N-word,
but
and you're good. You
if
know what I
you're
mean?
if you're a dude that has female friends, you're so much better at talking to women. Like,
True.
like guys always do this. They go, why does all the girls like him? Like, he's not good looking. He has no money.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you can tell he likes women.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
interested
He's
in
just
women.
nice. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just like a fun guy to be around women. Like some men really aren't interested in women. They don't like
know.
hearing them talk or anything like that. And then women feel that. They get that.
Totally.
But if that person went out and was like, oh, I'm going to be friends with women
Yeah.
and learn that skill.
And not expect any. That's the hard
Yes.
part. Everyone, and that's, by the way, I hate to fucking bring everything back to fucking how capitalism has destroyed us, but it is the thing where we think of our time as a commodity, and we think of it as money, or we think of it as our time, wasting our time being this precious thing where it's like, so if you go out and you talk to a woman and she doesn't fuck you, you're like, she just wasted 4 of my hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, because the only thing that's important is, but it's like human connect. Looking
Right,
at things
right.
like you're like with
Right.
dating, with no expectations, just being like, you know what, I'm going out with my friends. I'm gonna talk to some women. If I hook up with one, great. If I get somebody's number, great. The more life experiences you have, the better off you're gonna be. In general, and again, off the computer, touching grass, whatever all that shit.
My friend was gonna date, talking to this guy on an app, and then she was gonna meet him, and he made a documentary. So she watched the documentary, and she said, "Watch this documentary." So I watched it. It was a good documentary, and then she was like,
The guy told her to watch it, or she watched it?
"No,
out of
she
curiosity?
looked him up or whatever, saw that he had made a documentary, watched the documentary. She was like, should I go
Loose
ahead?"
change.
Date
She was the
this
guy who's
I
talking
don't
about.
remember.
Yeah, that's the 9/11 was set up documentary.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was it had something to do with health. I can't remember now.
nice.
But anyway, so he seemed like an interesting guy, you know. And then she said, she goes, he just DM'd me that he wants to meet me. You know, he's in her neighborhood, so he's gonna go to this bar. I go, just go meet him. She goes, no, because I don't think he's for me. Like, I don't really like the way he looked in the documentary, and you know,
It's like-
I don't know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, but he's just a guy.
And just go. You're
Just go
there.
and sit there. You don't. There's no expectation there.
Just
But
say
she wouldn't
hello.
go out with him because she'd already made the decision that he wasn't a guy she was going to marry.
No, I mean, the putting stakes on every interaction
Yes.
is what has ruined so much
Yes.
stuff. Making everything feel like it matters or is life and death or will affect you in really any way other than just being like, like you watch a movie from the 70s and it's people just hung out all day.
I know.
Or the plan was, hey, I'll meet you at the park at 1 p.m. And they make that plan at 6 p.m. the day
Yes,
before.
yes. And then
everyone
they just
shows
go.
up.
Yes.
And they're like, I can't.
If somebody doesn't
I
show
told
up-
them I would meet him. There's no like, hey, I'm actually 40 minutes. Like, yeah, if that person doesn't show up, they are dead to you for
Right,
that day.
right.
And then you see him the next day, you're like, what the fuck happened to you?
Oh, it was
and you
this,
don't
it was
know.
that.
And you really don't know.
And you don't have this great anxiety. Like the minute you don't get a text from someone, there's this anxiety.
Yeah.
When really,
It's like, oh, I guess he got hung up. Who knows?
yes.
Anyway.
But the thing is, like the time thing that you're saying, where it's like you're like, don't waste my time. It's like, what are you saving it up for? Do you know what I mean? It's like
that's
it's
a great
like you're
point.
basically just
your time is
putting
worthless.
in time until you die. That's all this really
Yeah.
is. Like, there's nothing you can take with you.
Totally.
It's just experiences anyway. So you might like.
That is the actual thing we should be trying to hoard is experiences.
Yes,
Instead of
right,
fucking
right.
capital, instead of like
Right.
shit that you steal from other people, that to really be rich, you have to exploit other people on some level.
Yes.
To be like crazy rich. Instead, be like,
Yeah.
go do the craziest shit. If something sounds weird, go do it, man.
Yeah.
If it's safe, whatever. Just try different shit out. And so, this is a very minor version of that. Speaking to a woman as if she's a
Human.
an equal is a minor version of that.
Not
But yeah.
someone that you have to fuck. Just someone you want to find out a little bit about.
Yeah, dude. But you're in the right spot. You really are a success story, and it makes me feel good to hear a caller like
Yes,
this.
right.
It really does.
Yes.
And yeah, you're in for a little treat, pal. I can't wait till they'll show you Real Housewives.
The things is gonna,
there's so
I know,
much-
but guys do. The minute they get a girlfriend, they're like, watch all these female shows.
Yeah.
They're like,
Totally.
they become obsessed.
the big Vampire Diaries guy now.